Oh, here we go. Straight up with the action. We had some great smoke movements last game against some smokes up from both teams to start things off as they get out to get those initial wards sorted.
I'm curious where they put the wards. Oh, okay. Yeah, just one in the mid lane, and they scouts the. Oh, never mind. He smoked. Both teams smoke. Yeah, both teams smoke. Which is the fairly common trend here in the European DPC. You don't see this as much in NA. Oh, they go for a safe lane ward.
That little lane ward.
I do. I've noticed that Insania almost always takes a safe lane ward.
I mean, and it's unlikely to get caught right that side of the lane.
Very unlikely. I mean, just generally, the safe lane wards are hard to catch. Starts up with the Timber Chain. I always like starting with Timber Chain against Treant because the way that Treant is going to kill you is by keeping you in one spot in his Nature's Grasp. But Timber Chain, he just can't do that, so there's no kill threat. You can get harassed because you don't have the regen, but there's no kill threat.
Boxy. And a spot above him maybe. No, he's going to survive.
He has literally no regen. My boy is completely banking on his support. I think he goes back to base.
Well, how does this work? Where's Boxy going to go?
Bot lane.
With the Timber.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm losing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why, because he's not Boxy Evolver, no, he's a different role. So
I saw him on Mars. Yeah, this is weird. This is weird.
You're just you're just processing this now. You're like,
this is actually reminiscent of old Liquid, where they had Taiga and Boxy doing a similar thing, where they would both be playing like kind of offlaners. They would do like Puck SK, except in this case, it's Timbersaw Mars, which are like two very extremely clear offlaners, and Boxy started no regen.
I mean, you've never seen this lane before, right?
No, and I don't think I've seen no regen on the 4 before.
He's got some regen.
Now he does, because he went back to base. So I suppose he was thinking of sending it back on the courier. He's just going to wave cut. Oh, he does not get the full wave, though. That's rough. Okay, I'm curious to see how he responds to this. Just going for the next one, I guess.
Okay. Tofu's going to come back down. Maybe see if they can bully Zai a bit more whilst he's level 1. Yeah, Boxy only going to be able to keep playing around with those 2 creeps.
Yeah, both teams are doing some crazy wave cutting shenanigans here. Really important that Boxy gets this pull off because he's dealing with a tri-lane down here, which I love this as a response to Timbersaw as a hero. Like, you want him to get level 3 and then he's just unkillable. So punishing him until he gets to that point and keeping him level 1 for longer and longer means that your carry can actually solo up against him eventually, because you have enough items.
I'm going to try for Boxy here, but...
Oh, Zai's in.
Oh, he is in. And he's out.
He also has no regen. He just got some off the courier.
Well, Boxy, with Dracho jumping in, not going to be able to do it. Stick at the ready. Boxy's fine, but he is now probably going to... he's going to stick around and walk back to base. And he's got courier coming out.
I can't believe...
Got out. Yeah.
I can't believe how this no regen thing has progressed. Like, this is the weirdest thing. This is such a weird lane. Like this massive triple range creep wave.
Yeah, Boxy goes for the deny to the neutrals. Zai being bullied back away from this lane. I mean, it seems like a slow start on the XP for these two, right, for Zai and Boxy. I mean, Boxy's going to be stuck at level 1 for quite some time, right?
Yeah, this is just a beautiful call from Team Tickles. And now they have the lane equilibrium back here. They can just prevent the creep cut from both Boxy and Zai. They're even right-clicking the creeps, so that way they can keep the equilibrium here. You don't want 3 range creeps pushing into you, because that means it's going to hit the tower and then bounce back. So they're just punishing Zai for being Timbersaw. This is like one of the most effective ways to deal with Timber. The problem is, it means your offlaner's getting owned. Ace is 5-0, so, you know, not so good, but he's a Tide Hunter.
He's chilling. And he's getting the XP, right, level 3.
Man, they prevented Zai from getting the wave cut again. They just delayed, Celery is just delaying him for long enough that Zai literally couldn't get there in time.
See top. I mean, Matu and Insania, whilst they might be stopping Ace from farming, they're not quite able to kill him. Mid lane, 17 for 3 against the 15 for 1. Pretty close. I mean, does it surprise you sort of the Mikkei's doing as well as he is in this 1v1 against an OD?
You know, with the fact that Bash now does so much damage to creeps, I feel like it's a lot better of a farming and laning hero than people, you know, once thought in the core position, because you can get those last hits. Like, you can see he's able to farm up an easy camp fairly easily here. The old Spirit Breaker couldn't do that.
Sure. But you wouldn't expect the OD to be able to mess with the Spirit Breaker more because, you know, it's a melee hero in the lane. Is that just not?
No, I really think core Spirit Breaker is just underrated. I think it's, well, maybe not anymore, but it's good. It's good. He's really good at last hitting, genuinely. OD is not what he once was in terms of dominating the lane.
Okay. Now, top lane, Ace, he's got some backup now, Tofu. He's moved over to help out in this top lane. I mean, more than happy with the start, of course. He's been able to secure the PA in 29 and 16. It doesn't really get much better than that here down bottom.
Yeah, they're happy. I mean, that's a lot of denies. That's the big factor here. So PA is always going to have this level advantage versus the Tide.
I mean, you see that Boxy level 1 here at 4.5 minutes. There you go, finally hits the 2. I'm going to go on him, but the spear back will save him. Pushing Dracho into position. Celery also been chased down by Zai. Let's see if Zai's got any further burst. He's in with the Timber Chain, but the dagger slows down Zai. Celery will survive.
Interesting that Zai is opting to level Whirling Death instead of Reactive Armor. So, I suppose because he's against a tree in lane, so he just wants that damage based on the tree's strength. Almost got the kill there, so I can understand why. Doesn't exactly have the mana regen to work with yet, though. Ooh, that's a big stack.
There we go, finally, first blood to occur, 5 minutes in. Matsu taking out Tofu and being able to take back control around this pull that they were going for.
That is one issue with doing any sort of tri-lane, whether it's an aggro or defensive tri-lane, is that the moment you head to the other lane, you're all of a sudden really under-leveled and under-farmed because you're splitting it 3 ways. So he goes up there on Tofu, he doesn't have boots, doesn't have levels, so he's just kind of a sitting duck. They have 2 5 positions now on Team Tickles, which is the cost of shutting down the Timber in the early game. Meteor Hammer picked up pretty early.
He's got the combo. DD rune as well for Boo. As this mid lane has sort of been left for now. See Mickey is going to make the first move top. Wants to try and target Ace before he hits the 6. The setup bashes and slows into the Blade Fury damage. But the ult from Mickey, the kill will be secured. Ace is taken out.
Oh, you know what? You know what Liquid might be doing? They might throw a Boxy mid now. They might just have Mickey go there until level 6, and then Mickey starts rotating,
sure,
and then Boxy...
But then you're like a level 3 Mars against a level 6 OD. It's kind of spooky.
Yeah, that is
I
pretty...
mean, I don't know if I want to be going to that lane.
I just feel like you have a Timbersaw in the off lane. Like, you want to leave the hero anyway, right?
You do, yeah. So he's got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't think Mickey also wants to sit versus an OD.
No.
This isn't good. In fact... almost. Oh, yeah, he's dead. Okay.
Good drag back with a glimpse there from Tofu. They'll get Boxy. Spoomer's got enough damage? Well, he certainly does. With that Astral, that'll do it. He doesn't need to look at that anymore as Boxy will pop. Double kill for Boom. Nicely cleaned up. I mean, we were discussing which one wants to be there. I don't think either of them want to be there, Jane, because they both died.
Yeah.
I think they'll be fighting to not go to the mid lane.
Yeah,
you don't want to go against this OD right now.
Come on, Boxy. You know you want to.
Go, look at the mid lane. Somebody take the mid.
No, I think, in retrospect, maybe Snapfire mid is your play. It's just somebody who can, like,
not be...
shoot things from far away.
Yeah, someone with a gun.
Yeah, absolutely. As Zai at this point. Oh, Boom with the rotation. This is really nice.
Yeah. Boom. He's starting to hit stride. It doesn't have enough mana for the hammer. But looks like it won't be needed. Zai taken out. The killing spree continues for Boom. As this OD's off to a good start. We saw in the draft, it looked like a good OD game. He's certainly hitting this stride. They've got to have something in store for this OD. Boom could get out of control.
Does he miss it? He doesn't even try. He realized that the bulldoze was on, yeah.
Yeah.
I think with level 1 bulldoze, you can immediately use the hammer and you'll still hit it. But then once you get those extra levels, it's hard, yeah.
Zai. Still just level 4 down here, of course, with the awkward early XP share.
Yeah, he's gonna need some catch-up time on Zai. I feel like probably at some point you want to rotate to whatever lane the Tide is in.
I'm going to make a go onto Ace. Ace does have Ravage, and he does have backups.
He is taking
that
no
Omni
damage.
Slash did literally nothing.
Yeah, he got anchor smashed. He had the Treant armor on. Even at the low levels of Treant armor, it's an extra 5 armor. So
we're going to see it again.
More than doubling Tide's armor.
Let's see how much damage did it actually do. Let's do the maths. 915 he was on. Oh, actually, are we going to get his HP bar? Probably not. It wasn't a lot.
No,
And a
wasn't
nice
a lot.
little glimpse onto Mickey, just sort of
Said he was at
absolute-
915. The 2 bars is 250 each, so it did like
Well,
350 damage.
I thought that's generous.
Yeah.
Accelerate. We'll die here. Takes a little bit of a wander into the triangle of Liquid, and Liquid quickly on the side to sort it out. Boom. He's got the Stancy's clips ready to drop again, so the mid lane becomes spooky once more. And they're going to look to do something actually straight away with it. Tofu smoking up with Boom. They're ready to find a quick and easy kill with the OD combo.
Yeah, he's looking to completely take over this game right now.
Yeah.
Even against Juggernaut, I know Jug has spin, he has Omni, he has ways of being immune to OD's damage, but if you get caught off guard by OD spells...
Zai.
Oh no.
He's not going to expect Boom at all to be here. They might not, they don't even need the sanities. Couple of hits will do it. Another kill here for Boom's streak.
This game, to me, is a really great example of how to deal with Timbersaw 101. Like, this could be a lesson on how to deal with Timber, because Zai is so shut down because of the tri-laning they did, because of the mid pick being the OD, how they're rotating the OD, but they're not over-rotating to Timber either. It's just Boom going once he has levels. They start off the tri-lane to deal with him, and then eventually it's like, okay, well, we don't want to put 3 heroes versus the Timber for the entire game, because then Timber he's laughing. Like, that's what he wants. You just put the OD, because the OD has the Meteor Hammer, he has the levels to kill the Timber. And so I think this is definitely the play for Liquid to safe lane him.
We're going to see the fight come out in the mid lane, but Six has been hit from Tofu. He's able to put down the Static Storm. They do lose Boom. The Static Storm damage not enough to kill off Mickey. As Matchup with the Blade Fury heads up to the high ground, takes out Celery. Liquid, they're going to look to try and push on, find more. They've got the charge over the Tofu. The Ravage comes in from Ace onto the 4 of them. They're damaged though. They're trying to get Mickey. They will find it with Dracho turning up as well. Matchup commits him with the Omni Slash to the Blade Fury. Cookie onto the 2 of them as well. Ace is able to keep himself alive with a Hood of Defiance. Dracho also surviving for now. Boxy still looking to poke a bit more. Actually able to take a nice kill there with a spear. Tries for the TP out, but the damage from Dracho is too much. The Dracho will get a nice little cleanup off the back of that. What was a good fight to start there for Liquid, killing off Boom.
Zai's just sitting up top, like, please don't notice that I'm not there. Please, I need to catch up. Yeah, he got some damage on the tower. The catapult was alive. So Zai not showing up actually results in some map pressure, as well as some much needed space for him with that fight. And despite being 4v5, that actually went quite well for Liquid, just because Matumba is so farmed.
We're seeing both carries this game going for the Battle Fury build. This tower, give a nice little bonus here to the Matu to get that final sword done and the Battle Fury online. And by the looks of it, both the Battle Furies are going to be coming out pretty similar timings here. It's going to be a close game, close matchup between the 2 carries.
And there's currently no trade happening for this tower. Boom is now heading up towards the top tower, but because Liquid was able to take this, and they're going for Matumba. I mean, that's a hard kill.
Goes out every time. Tofu with a glimpse. Will find the setup onto Instania. So Dracho will still get some glory out of this. Mickey's charging in onto Tofu. He wants to get the trade on the Disruptor, he'll do so, and Dracho doesn't want to mess with him, but Mickey's not going to give him the option to run immediately as he goes in with the ultimate. Dagger slow should be enough though. Dracho's back into the shadows. Top lane, Team Tickles looking for the setup onto Zai. They haven't got the sanities, so not that further burst of damage that would be required, and Zai's able to step back.
So Liquid do have TPs available to defend Zai up here. I think this is probably why Boom is walking away. Knowing that you had just lost your safe lane tower like that, the fairly obvious play for Liquid would be to just like endlessly defend this tower, have somebody farm bot, Mickey can do that, and then all of a sudden you're farming way more of the map. Healing Word sent all the way up towards top. That's cool. I like that. That's really cool. Keeping Zai full HP to defend this tower is very important because it gives them time to actually respond. Because chances are to OD, Zai will probably die in the engagement if some dive happens, but there will be a TP response.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? Liquid's lineup is a very good lineup at TPing in and defending towers. And Team Tickles, how do these guys even hit towers?
Just OD. It's just OD.
Just that, yeah.
Which is convenient because he wants to be against Timber for this reason. He can do this damage. But you can see Boom, he's very afraid of the response. Coming in from the Spirit Breaker charge, coming in from the TPs. Like a Snapfire TP's in and ults, and all of a sudden, you know, it takes her 3 seconds and she's there because the ult is so long range. It doesn't matter how far Zai is, she's going to be able to hit you. Why are melee illusions so tanky? I always hit them and it's like, what the hell is this? How do you kill this as a disruptor?
He's doing his best, it's Cypher.
There we go. The core walks over, yeah. It feels so bad as a 5.
Okay, Echo Saber complete. On its way over. It's got that Arcane Rune as well. That will allow him to go pretty crazy with the charges in the next fight if they bring it. And again, Team Tickles, their best effort of fighting around a push is going to be around a good Ravage from Ace. And they have the ultimate, Static Storm, and Sanity's Ravage. It's all there. So if they, ooh.
This
more lag.
Actually doesn't matter.
More lag.
Yeah, these guys,
they've got to get there.
Their internet situation is not looking good.
They have a lot of ping.
If there's an internet company out there, you can get a team for very cheap. All you need to do.
What do you mean very cheap?
Because all you need to do is send them some good internet. They can download that.
They'll be like, yeah, sure, we'll accept the sponsor.
Yeah, well, maybe they're gonna win this without 1,000 ping.
I mean, they've looked pretty decent, Tickles.
They've looked great.
Yeah. I mean, if this is what they're doing on bad internet, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Easy deny that. Boxy. Knock that out.
I keep seeing Mars and my head just keeps thinking, of course that's Zai. But now it's Boxy. I mean, that's the convenient thing about having two previous offlaners on your team is that you can do these. You can do these really interesting style drafts that are just, they have that spice that people are not used to dealing with.
Yeah, and you know, of course the few deaths were there earlier from Boxy and the slow start with the XP, but now, you know, he's level 8. I mean, and he's got an arena to offer. You know, what more could you ask for in position 4?
Yeah, that's all you need.
It's a pretty impactful ultimate.
Absolutely, yeah, that's all you need. Mars is actually pretty decent support.
We're going to try and start things. Static Storm will stop the threat of the arena coming into play. Ravage and Sanity's drop down as they blow up Zai and Boxy. Insane here trying to hide in the trees, but Team Tickles, they're hot on him. Celery. See if he can close the gap here. And they found him. They certainly can. Even Dracho, he's not even going to look at it. He's going to leave it for Boom and Celery to sort out.
Yeah, that's a huge creep wave mid. I mean, I can understand a carry player like dishing a kill like that.
Support kill for a full creep wave.
That wave is worth way more.
Yeah, he's pushing him close to his BKB.
Yeah.
It's going to be quite the timing still there for Dracho. Top of the farm, he's been able to stay ahead of that of Matu so far on the jug. Meanwhile, Matu Battle Fury into the Yasha.
I like that PAs these days are going for Battle Fury into straight BKB or Manta.
Yeah.
I feel like it gives you an earlier timing than the Deso into the BKB, and Dota is just played so fast in the current patch where people want to fight at that timing, and then also the Orb of Corrosion gives you a little bit of the kill threat that Deso does, you know? So it's like, do you really need even more kill threat? It's kind of redundant. Well, of course you're going to eventually pick up the Deso, but the BKB just makes it so that you feel borderline immortal.
Good Roche timing again here. We saw last game, I believe, as well. It was around the 16-17 minute mark. The Team Tickles sees the opportunity to take a quick Roche. They do so again now. Aegis into the hands of Boom. Top lane, and Stania dragged back. Another kill here to add to the tally for Boom.
Yeah, looks like he was trying to get some vision up. He has 2 wards and a smoke. So yeah, he was trying to get some vision up just so that way, like with Team Tickles roaming into their jungle, moving into the jungle, like they would have vision of them, potentially be able to make a smoke play, maybe even with the Aegis being in their hands. If you get the right play on somebody, you can kill them still.
Nicely Boxy was trying to push out the top wave, but Boom was ready and waiting. Duracho, easy kill steal. Or kill secure.
Yes, of course. He's the carry
I mean, he's the carry.
There's
Boom doesn't mind. Yeah, Boom's had enough kills anyway.
Yeah.
He's got to share the love a little bit.
Seriously. I mean, it's so greedy, these mid players. First they get all of these runes, and all of a sudden they care about you stealing their kills.
And now Duracho, that's his BKB sorted off the back of that kill.
Yeah.
So now he's in a pretty scary position. BKB, he can turn up to the fights. He's ready to get involved. And again, a real sort of similar start as we saw last game. Team Tickles, they get this early momentum, early lead. I think just the question is going to be, Liquid, how are they going to swing this round? We saw them do it big time last game. And this game, they're not quite in the same position that they were playing from in the first one. It's not nearly as different. But Team Tickles definitely building up in a way that they're going to be starting to take these tier 2 towers. And Liquid, they might still sort of want to get more farm on Matu before they really get involved. That's Boxy. Yeah, he'll be left alone here. They're not bringing any further efforts into this defense. Boxy goes down. Team Tickles can keep the push going on. This tier 2 should be theirs, as Liquid don't seem too interested in defending this right now.
Yeah, Boxy was going for like the cheeky potential setup where maybe he catches the tree out of position. You kill an enemy support first, all of a sudden maybe you can fight even though there is an Aegis in their hands. But of course Celery and Boom, well, they scouted that out.
They're getting a good trade here by the looks of it, Matsu.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I think if you're Team Tickles, you're just reminding yourself this game, probably Celery reminding his team, like, guys, remember what happened last game? Like, we need to stay focused 100%.
Oh, look at this. They are actually pushing pretty darn nicely here with the hammer and the physical of the PA. It's working. This tier 3, it's going down. It's 19 minutes in. Liquid, what have they got to offer? They're going to start things off with a charge. The kiss is coming in. Mickey committing with the order, but the static storm down, and Mickey's got the BKB. Boom forces his way back down to safety. Team Tickles get the team reset against the BKB usage of Mickey. The kisses from Insania, they're no longer there to worry about. Back on with the push. Tickles, they're hanging on to the rack. Zai, drag back. Astral, Boom's ready with the setup combo, but the spear does clip it. Boxy able to poke Boom to stop the Meteor Hammer combo. Mickey charging back over the race, but there's the combo, the Ravage. The Sanity's crashing down onto Zai. Zai's out of action for 40 seconds. No chance for a buyback. As Liquid, they're going to have to defend 4 versus 5. Matu's here, but the Omni Slash has already been used. There's still an Aegis on Boom. Team Tickles do have plenty of resources to push on with. Mickey trying to charge out and clear the middle lane, but he's going to get dragged back by the Glimpse. It's 20 minutes in, and Tickles, they're going to get this racked. Liquid, they can't do anything about it.
This is going to sound kind of stupid, but it's unironically good.
Boom's ready to go back in. Whoop.
Tofu, they backed off, and they just salved everyone. He has the shovel. He was sitting on 3 salves, and seriously, it let them re-engage after that play.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen shovel used like that before.
I don't even get a replay of the shovel use.
He's just hoarding the salves. Yeah. Because the thing is, like, I think that defense from Liquid was good. It was like almost a fake defense. Like, they just wanted to...
They lost the racks.
Well, to start, right?
Okay.
But because they back off on Team Tickles and they just heal up and go back in.
Glimpse. I mean, Tickles, now they're getting that ball rolling. Now we're getting to the point where it is very much like the lead and the sort of the stride that Team Tickles were hitting in game 1. And you've got to sort of ask yourself, how are Liquid going to turn this one around?
Yeah, so the gold lead is not as big, but it's earlier.
Yeah.
And they've been 5-manning, so the gold lead would be more if they were farming, but they're raxing.
Zai's in trouble. Drag back into the static storm. The damage coming out this stage, just the crits of Duracho, the hard hits of the orbs of Boom. It's just going to be another set of racks. 2 sets of racks in 22 minutes in. Matu's trying his best with the rat, hitting onto the tier 3 down bottom, but he's obviously not going to do it nearly as fast as the full team of Team Tickles. 22 minutes in, 2 sets of racks taken, and it looks like Team Tickles aren't going anywhere. They're going to keep pushing on.
Yeah, they are. They're forcing Matumba back. I mean, Matumba's still just trading. He's just trying to rack.
He's going to get a range racks, but he's losing tier 4s. See if Team Tickles, what are they going to do? They know that Zai's back up. With Zai coming back in, they will start to back off. Charge over. It's going to catch Duracho.
Okay.
Or maybe a bit of a bait, as Mickey has to put the BKB and head back. You see Matu Blade Fury to avoid being glimpsed back to the bottom lane and out of the fight. Dracho's committing him with the BKB. The arena's been dropped. Jump over to Mickey, but Mickey's able to go back over with the charge. Has been able to do enough damage to bring Ace very low, but Ace with the Glimmer Cape still alive. The turn, Sanity's Ravage from Ace comes down, catches the three of them. As Team Tickles, they'll look to continue the cleanup. Matu goes down, Mickey as well. Zai trying his best to fight back the three of Team Tickles, but Duracho chases down Insania. The hammer comes crashing down onto Zai. Everything comes crashing down for Liquid as GG is called. A 23-minute victory here from Team Tickles, as this time there's no messing around. They lead very early in this match and they close it up so